All right, I was sitting here tonight and I'm actually fruit prepping for the second time this week. And it occurred to me, I've never really talked about this, so I thought it would be kind of interesting. First of all, normally for home or when I entertain, I will use the cool and serves for fruit. I like that it keeps things separate, especially when I'm using things like with pineapple, things that have juices, things like that. But when my kid and my husband want like a fruit salad mix up, that's when I tend to blend it in a bowl. So I wanted to show you this really neat thing that I discovered. First of all, I get out my beautiful Baptist bowl. I've already cleaned the blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries, and I've cleaned the grapes and the strawberries, and I'm just getting ready to put those things in. And I've got my lovely cutting board. This one's the large one that has the it catches all the juice and gook or whatever. But anyways, and you can put your stems right there. But anyways, what I want to say about this is, if you are in this group, chances are overeating is a problem to a large extent. And let's just be real, it is not like we live in a country where we have normal views of what a serving size is. And honestly, when I first started Weight Watchers and I saw what a 4-ounce hamburger patty was, I almost cried, because to me, something double that size is a serving size. But I want to say this. So one of the things that I've started doing, and I've started doing this with my husband and my son too, I want them to understand that fruit, while it's 0 points in the world of Weight Watchers, it has calories. It has serving sizes. And my husband's diabetic, and my son has no concept of serving sizes. So one of the things that I started doing with them, and that I have found has been really helpful for me as well, is I've quit using spoons. I have bought like 2 sets of these, and every time I serve something, so let's say we have mashed potatoes for dinner, I whip these out, and that's the serving size. And you can also use the scoops. But what I've learned is when you do this and you have them scoop out a serving, they're shocked. Because when they have a spoon, they just keep going and keep going and keep going. But when you have it like this, they're like, oh my God, I've already eaten a cup of fruit. And by the way, the cup slicer, I don't know how people ever lived without that. But going back to what I'm saying here is that we have to learn that there are some ways that we can almost trick our brains into working for us. When you start seeing a serving size every time, it becomes normal. And when you're trying to eyeball something with a spoon, you're going to get way, way, way more calories. So one of the things that I would just really recommend is that when you are serving anything in the kitchen, use your scoops. All right. And I know I've shown you all these really cool products. And by the way, I love my stainless steel colanders. But while I've shown you all this, I want to say this. If you ever find yourself placing an order and you're within $20 or $30 of getting free shipping, go back in and add some of the measuring stuff. You will never regret the money you've spent on measuring cups or those adjustable measuring spoons that are $12. You will never regret spending on those things. I promise you that. Now, when you want that fruit, that Baptist bowl, I'm telling you, it's great fruit. And you can leave it out and it'll stay cold for a long time. I hope y'all are enjoying the party.